next episode of Keeping It Animated. Today I'm feeling sick again. I swear every time we do these I'm fucking sick, bro.
It's because you're scared.
Scared of what? Living?
Terrified.
Hell yeah.
Huh?
Say scared of what? Living? Hell yeah.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Alright, let me
Speaking of worth it.
wait, let me make sure that we're actually live. On YouTube?
That'd be funny if we weren't.
That would fucking suck if we weren't. Switch count. Keeping it animated.
Yep, we are.
Are we? Yes, we are.
Yep, I'm on it right now.
Perfect. All right. I'm glad I actually got that settled. Now I just need to start recording because I wasn't doing that at all. Yippee. All right. Welcome back to the next episode of Keeping It Animated. Today we're talking about Shrek 2. If you're a real viewer and you're an OG to us, or you show up to the streams, you would know that we talked about this already. But
we don't know what happened. Just leave it at that. We don't know what happened. But we're gonna get back at it, Shrek 2.
Exactly that. I'm gonna turn you up a little bit more.
Oh, hold on. What?
There it is. I was looking for that. You should be a little bit louder now.
Huh. I don't even hear myself a little bit. Let me. Hello? Okay. I can hear myself well enough. Let's do it.
All right, just making sure so we can get this done. All right, what are we starting with? What are we doing?
Shoot, let me look at this real quick. I think I would like to start. You know what? Let's do what we normally do. I'm gonna start with my cons.
And bend my monitor down some so they don't see it. All right, there we go.
Okay, you ready?
Yep, let's get into it. Let's do it.
First one. How did the wolf get into the tower?
That's a good question because the fucking bridge collapsed.
Yeah, and Prince Charming had to shoot a crossbow and basically slide down in there.
It had to be super adventurous to get in. And Wolf was just like, yeah, bro, I took the back door.
Like it's only lava on one side and the other side's literally just walking.
It's
back.
like a real nice, pretty, beautiful staircase that you could just walk into.
From like a nice meadow. Like he went through the desert, the snow, all this stuff just for there to be a wolf person dressed in grandma's clothing.
Exactly. Also, I don't have chat set up for YouTube, so YouTube, if you guys are talking, I'm sorry. Can't see you right now.
But yeah, that's my number one. My number two is definitely, because I'm looking back at my old notes I took with my new notes, and I'm like, wait a minute, how did I forget about that? How did they find Shrek and Fiona in the swamp?
They just looked at different swamps till they found one with a house.
But how'd they know? How'd they know? They don't know she switched into a ogre. They don't know Shrek's an ogre. If they were looking for Prince Charming, wouldn't they just stay in the city? Wouldn't they look for Prince Charming? Like, you see where I'm getting at? Like, what's going on? What happened?
Maybe they heard the name Fiona on a wedding something and was like, bet, that's the one we're looking for. There isn't too many Fionas in this world.
Gingy must have sent an invitation or made sure the gingerbread man got an invitation down on Drury Lane and word just spread.
I could believe it.
My number two is, why is Harold so disrespectful?
That's what I want to know. Like, dude, you're a frog.
All right, we didn't even get into that part yet. It's just the fact that he's like, Wait, you think you're not good enough for my daughter? You're just a green ugly thing. What are you gonna eat my grandkids? What?
It was
Huh?
projection. He was
It's
just
like,
projecting, bro. That's all it was. You know, some people they just do that.
hey, some people eat frog legs. We watched Fiona blow up a frog, or no, Shrek blew up a frog, and Fiona blew up a snake, and then they had balloon animals.
Which strange the way that worked. But we're not talking about that.
Okay, um, Puss in Boots being able to take out Shrek.
Let's hear about it.
That's a con for me because literally, Harold goes into the bar, the sketchy bar, and is like, "I need somebody who could take out an ogre." And everybody's hyping him up like, "There's only one dog, one man, one whatever you want to call him. The one person that can do it, he's right there. Go talk to him." And then he goes in there and it's a cat. And then when he goes to fight Shrek, yeah, he does some alien stuff come out his chest and claw him up. But then he's still just like, "Thank you for sparing me."
So it's like, can anybody beat an ogre or not? Like,
Fiona can, but she's half ogre, so
yeah, that doesn't count.
okay. Next.
Oh,
Shrek and Fiona not running into each other when they were both human. Like she left her room. Shrek was going to her room. I know it's a castle and there's different ways to get places, but how is she gonna come out this way and Shrek gonna go boom? And it looked like Shrek went here, straight down the hall, and was right here. Why would she go the long way?
for the plot.
Yeah, no joke. But this is why plot doesn't make no sense. She couldn't have been like eating breakfast or something
You know, just
in
vibing.
the dining room. Yeah,
Oh shit.
couldn't be doing nothing like that. Couldn't be playing with the dog outside in the backyard, and then all of a sudden she hears Shrek call out for her, and she's like, "Whoa, Shrek!" And then she's running from a different area, and Shrek's like, "She must be in her room," and start running.
It's a funny running animation you got going on there, man.
Thank you. I know you love it.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Next is got to be Prince Charming pretended to be Shrek.
How do
Like,
you married this person? How do you not know that that's not your person for
no,
that
no, no.
long?
Fiona knew that that wasn't Shrek, and she's like, "That there's something up. I don't know what's going on, but there's something up." But Prince Charming's over here like, "I'm dashing. What you doing?" And then fucking over here, you got Shrek. Like he's got to act like Shrek. Just don't do that stuff. Just be like if you, I can understand him wanting to be in the limelight, but the whole cherry lip gloss was like, dog, what are you doing?
It's like
Shrek
you're
isn't gonna be doing cherry lip gloss.
facts.
So like, come on, dog. Don't be weird. Just be like when she asks, "You have glitter on you?" Be like, "Oh, I ate a sparkly cookie earlier." Say something like that. Say,
Sparkling cookie.
yeah, a donut with some sprinkles on it. Say something that would make more Shrek sense than what Charming's doing.
Yeah, no, definitely doesn't
And
make
then
sense.
my last one, her dad, just Harold in general.
Just Harold. That's cool.
Because although he does redeem his disrespect late in the movie, he's still just such a sketchy, cracky character.
My
That's
bad.
all I got for
I got
cons.
sidetracked. My face looked a little weird when I did that. When I smiled, like, what is this? It's so deep.
It's called your cheeks, homie. I
I
don't know if you've
promise
ever
I'm
had
sober,
cheeks
chat.
before.
But
He promises he hold on. A, he promises he's sober. B, he's been losing weight, so he's realizing he has cheeks now.
yeah,
So
yeah. It's look at like.
man, my man's feeling himself. That's what we're talking.
I'm sorry, yo. We're gonna. Was that all your cons? I think you said it was, right?
Yeah, that was.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and go into my cons now, and
He has 42 of them.
nah, just 3.
Okay.
So for my first con, Wow, read one of my pros and was fucking confused at what it was, so it like took me by surprise. I was like, "Whoa, what is that,
he's over,
dude?"
he's over here like, wait, I like that. What's going on?
So Fiona knew that it was a bad idea and still forced him to go. That was one of my cons. Like, I feel like she knew deep down that it was a terrible idea, and Shrek was even pointing out why it was a bad idea, and she was just like, "They're my parents. I don't care. Let's go." Like, she was just
That's
blinded by the
because
fact
I'm
that.
gonna make.
Go ahead.
Look, I'm gonna say it this way. I'm gonna say it this way. Now, I apologize in advance for everyone I'm about to offend. I'm gonna make a very sexist comment. So let's do this.
Oh no.
Most women are like that I've experienced in my life, where they just think of it like, hey, I want you to meet my parents. We're going to meet my parents, whether you think it's a good idea or not. And then in retrospect, when she realizes, wait, that was a terrible idea because they're disrespecting him. He's trying his best, but he still doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And in the end, the guy was right in this situation. Now, is it always that case? No. Sometimes women will be like, I want you to do this for me. The guy does it, and things go swimmingly and perfect. And she can be like, I told you so, you dumb little butt cheek. So now,
That little
listen to
butt
me.
cheek is crazy.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay. No, it be like that sometimes though, but like I understand it, but he's literally saying like, bro, they locked you away in a tower because you were an ogre and you're like,
Yeah. It's basically like your parents were neglective, did not care about you,
damn,
put you in a tower.
that was my
Like,
second
dog.
con. I think
What?
my first con and my second con just is the same con. They locked her in a tower for her ogreism, and she thought, let's go as ogres. Like, what?
No, that's two different things. Because one was that she's like, we have to meet my parents. The second one is like, wait a minute. What are you thinking? Like, not putting pieces together.
Yeah, because like they legit locked you away for being an ogre, and you're just like, they'll accept me for being a full ogre. Let's do
Well,
it.
okay. This is what I want to know. How did she act in her teenage years as an ogre? Because they had to lock her up at like 12 to 14.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First off, I want to know how she got food. Did Dragon feed her? Like, what's up with that? But
Probably.
was she eating humans? Was Dragon like you beat up some humans and then set them on fire, cooked them, and then fed them to her?
Nah, my
But
headcanon is that Dragon is just like the top tier chef. You know what I'm saying? Like just whips up like Gordon Ramsay level of chefage and just delivers those
with
dishes to
human
Fiona.
meat.
Yeah, like
Yes, that-
just delivers those fucking dishes to Fiona, and she didn't even know what she was eating, but it was good.
yeah, that's funny. No, what I'm trying to say though is that like she legit was locked up at 12 to 14. So how did she act during that time frame to get like, hey, we need to lock her up? She's becoming too rebellious.
She acted like an ogre. She was beating people's ass.
Well, you saw her athleticism. She could have easily just left.
True. But
Unless
she was
Dragon
also
just had, like,
brainwashed
tracking
and
device on her.
she was also brainwashed to thinking some big
Prince Charming was coming to
some
save
man
her.
was coming to save her, you know?
Exactly. Okay, what's your next one?
The dinner scene pisses me off. Like the dinner scene made me very upset because like, dude, yes, he's coming like he has a different background than what you guys are experienced in, like what you guys know, you know. So of course he's gonna do things differently, and you got to either accept that or not accept him.
Are you talking about her parents or her?
Like the mannerisms from Shrek, and like that started them to like look up, like, you know, discussed it with him, and it's like, dude,
This is why I like her mom so much, because her mom, Shrek doesn't. She's just like, oh, silly Shrek. He doesn't know better. Where Fiona's like, well, you idiot. No, you dip your fingers in the bowl of water for some reason. And then you got the dad like this going racist on him and be like, this ogre looking mother trucker.
This Nick, like, Okay. All right.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, so it pissed me off. And then, like, dude, you realize you married an ogre. When you first met this man, not only did he like bulldoze his way through your fucking castle and everything, but like you straight up, you knew. Like you knew he didn't have any type of royal in him, like any table manners, anything. And for you to be getting upset instead of
And that's
coaching
crazy.
is wild to me.
That's
Like
what's crazy.
it'd be
You're
like,
saying that. You're saying he didn't have any manners, but then you saw what he did. He took a sip of the hand water and was like, "Oh yeah, thank you. It's great soup." And then she's like, "You dip your fingers." It's like, "Hey, he's got manners. Where'd he learn them? No idea."
he's just on the fly with it. He's like he's just doing what he thinks is right in a situation. But like, coach, don't discourage. You know what I mean? Like, just be like, hey, you know, she could have leaned over and been like, you're supposed to dip your hands,
Yeah.
or
Well,
you know,
actually, I
give him
kind of like
like,
how she did that because she was like, "Hey, Shrek." Like she didn't even give a verbal. She just was.
you know, or like you know, like a little powwow before the dinner, like do what I do, you know.
Yeah.
But that was
Like
my
give him
last
a
con.
quick lesson. Okay. Does that mean I gotta jump into my pros?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so my pros for
Ooh.
Shrek. First one, starting the same intro as the first movie, but with Prince Charming. I thought that was dope. I thought that was genius. Like they set it up like Shrek's gonna go like talks about his adventure he's about to go on, and that's like cool. And then Prince Charming talks about the same adventure, but the more in-depth version and understanding that we learned from the first one.
Mhm.
Genius. Thought it was great movie. Etiquette. My second one is the setup for Dragon being pregnant. They make multiple conversations throughout the movie that like she's hormonal, she's feeling some type of way, she's
That's
not
one of
being
mine too.
herself. So I stepped away for a moment. And then to come to find out at the end that he's the daddy and he's got to get a job. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I got dragon being pregnant foreshadowed.
Um, I'm gonna throw this in here. This is on my old one, not my new one, but the honeymoon intro as
Yep,
well.
that's mine too. That's my first one.
Yeah, it's just it's enjoyable. Like especially when Shrek Shrek goes to push her into the walk her into the gingerbread house and he's just like uses her as a battering ram and she's just it cuts up close to him and they're just like, oh, that's Shrek.
It
So funny, so good.
was great.
My next one is Fairy Godmother being Prince Charming's mom.
Okay.
That is like that is the best way to work them two characters together in the story, and the fact that it makes a lot of sense on why Prince Charming always ends up with the woman. His mom is the fairy godmother. Come on, what else? What else
Yeah.
are you into? Real quick, my next one is Got That Peace.
I got.
When Puss in Boots shows
That's the
up
one I
and
fucking
he whips out
read.
his hook.
That's the one I read. It looked like, what is that? I remember it.
Shrek, he's got that piece.
Look out, Shrek. He got a piece.
This is why I think these movies are internally funnier than any Disney movie of similar caliber because they make jokes like that. You might get a few jokes like that in those Princess and all those other movies, but nothing's going to be as lovable as that right there.
Right.
Next, I got the fact that Princess and the Frog is Fiona's parents. Because like of all the Disney princesses, that's the only one that's not truly right there. And it's nice to see that that's still in there, but it's just slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
And that it wasn't just a frog got or a prince got turned into a frog and he needs true love's kiss and he got kissed by a girl and all this so forth. No, it was legit a frog that somehow could talk, spoke to fairy godmother, and then bang, he turned into a human off of a kiss.
Right.
My next one is Knights, the show. You could just give me that whole sequence all the time. They're using the pepper as the pepper spray.
Yeah.
He's on a white Bronco and they're in a hot air balloon
That's
chasing him.
no mine.
And that's the funny part is they were doing some first off, the knee to the neck of Donkey as he was like, "This is police brutality," and just neck right there, and it's like, "Oh, dog, what is Shrek a predictor? That's crazy."
That's crazy. That's wild.
And then the Hispanic cat has catnip on him.
That's no mine.
That's not his. It wasn't his, right? It wasn't his. We all know this. He said it. He admitted it.
He said it wasn't his, bro. So that means it wasn't his.
Exactly. And he's a cat, and it's called catnip. That's just suggesting. But it was entertaining. It was fun sequence. It's even funnier that all the characters are sitting at Shrek's house, just like watching it go down. Shoot, that just made me think of a con. How the hell did they get so far, far away so fast?
Hey, don't ask questions.
Okay.
You're asking too many questions.
My last pro is that the dad got what he deserved.
I agree.
After being a menace the whole movie, he was able to just lay back, no problems, easy go. As a frog.
Yep.
So, cake, no problem.
Somebody better be dying. I'm dying. All right. Pretty sure that was Shrek 3, yeah?
That's literally the
Okay. So we talked about one of my pros, well, a few of my pros, and the first one was the introductory honeymoon montage.
what'd you like about it?
Everything. I just liked everything about it. Like how it was so goofy and fun, and then it just shows like the actual honeymoon stage of a relationship of them two just having an absolute blast with each other no matter what's going on. And then like the positivity behind it, you know, they're getting chased with pitchforks and shit and they're still happy as hell. So I like that.
Then it brings in the Little Mermaid and she just goes, "Hoo-yah!"
Exactly.
Throws that. Ugh.
My second pro is the use of ass with Donkey when he was talking to the fish. It was just like an excellent portrayal of Black, you know, and I loved it.
Well, and then Puss in Boots uses it later on in the movies, doing something similar, just saying that he looks like one.
Mm-hmm. It was great. All right, my third one, we talked about the foreshadowing of Dragon being pregnant. My fourth pro is the Friar's fat boy scene. Because she's like hyping it up like she's about to do something so evil, so menacing. And then she's just like, "What do you want?
You made me broke my diet."
What do you want? What do you want from here, bro? We'll pay for you. We got you covered. It's like, I kind of want to throw you out this car window, but instead, I'm going to buy you a burger. What do you want?
Well, and then they leave him when they drop him off. They leave him with the toy.
Right.
Like, I was like, hold on, that was for Prince Charming. They might be the bad guy in the story, but that was Prince Charming's. I'd be mad. I'd be
upset.
Maybe he had the collectible.
Maybe. My fifth pro is Puss being introduced as a super menace. Like, he's supposed to be this big bad guy that could like kill anybody and do anything he wants, and then it's just a fucking cat.
See, and that was my con. Like the fact that he's just over here supposed to be this menacing thing, but then he's capable, but he has to use cuteness to get an edge up.
Exactly.
He's not like they were describing him like he was about to throw hands with
like
Jing Sung Woo, and he can't do that.
Like he was the Baba Yaga, bro. Like he's the guy you send to kill the fucking boogeyman. Like
not make out with him. But,
that's how they hyped him up, bro. They hyped him up like he was the John Wick of their universe, and then it's just like
he kind of was actually. At first, he was piecing Shrek up until Shrek was like, "Hold on, I'm an ogre." And then he Incredible Hulk powered up.
All right. My next one was the Sir Justin poster. I like when
Yes.
I love when fucking movies incorporate like especially, you know, fairy tale movies incorporate real people into such like that. And it's just like Sir Justin, bro, in the teenage room. It's like it's real as fuck, you know?
Because Shrek 2 came out in like 2004. So that was like peak Justin Timberlake.
Mm-hmm. All right. My last two we talked about already, and it was the look out Shrek, he got a piece. And
Yeah.
the catnip and the pepper spray.
It's Shrek jokes like that because Shrek 5 comes out this year. And I'm scared.
I'm
'Cause,
terrified,
like,
bro.
if they the animation doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me.
I'm more
I don't
worried
know why.
about like the modern aspects of it because like when shows try to add modern things like that, like how in the trailer, you know, they basically had TikTok going on. It's like, dude, I don't. It doesn't stick well. It's like more brain
Well,
rot,
but then my question is, does everybody have a magic mirror? Like, how are they posting these videos?
right? Then the inconsistencies, bro, because like the daughter had blue
I hope it was
eyes.
a joke. Well, there's 3 kids, 2 daughters and a boy.
It was
And if they only
two
have
boys and one
in the
daughter.
movie, 2 daughters, 1 boy.
Pretty sure. You know what? All right, we'll continue.
Look it
Keep
up.
going. I'm looking it up right now.
Okay, so anyway, so what I'm saying is like, how are they posting the video? First off, second off, all I want them to do is keep these simple jokes like that. Keep the peace. Don't actually keep the peace. He's got a piece. And then what you gotta do is for the second one, you definitely gotta keep the pepper spray and the catnip little things. The get your way back. That stuff needs to stay in the series because that's just what all 4 movies consist of. Do the roar.
Okay, so it says Fergus and Farkle were both boys, and then Felicia, the girl.
And they only showed Felicia, so I better see 2 boys.
They showed
There better
Felicia,
be a
but
reason why they're not there.
Felicia had brown eyes. She was supposed to have
And
blue.
she had both.
So people were like, "Are they trans?"
Please don't do the trans. Please don't do the trans. No offense to the trans people, but I really think incorporating that as an ogre turning makes 0 sense. Well, most of them look like that, but whatever.
Oh no.
You
can't keep
I'm
getting
kidding.
away
I'm
with
kidding. I'm
it.
making joke. Don't take me to
You
jail.
can't keep getting away with it.
All right.
Got me. Dang.
And
Is
Keepin
that all you got?
Animated is officially canceled. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. No, I'm just kidding. That's all I have for pros.
Dang. Okay.
So I do have some things I want to talk about though.
Yeah, bring it up. Bring it up.
So my first one, I got Shrek be licking Fiona's face for real. Cause you know, like when the dog was licking her face, she was like Shrek, and I was like, bro, Shrek is freaky like that, bro. He wakes you up, he gives you the get, like you know what I'm saying?
That's not even the worst part. Think of the worst part about it. That's a little dog tongue. That tongue's like that big. Shrek be going up and just be like, he's not giving full licks. He's giving that little.
It's like, what are we doing, bro? Why is she thinking you were?
Shrek's probably got tongue like that fat. So if he's hitting her the same as that little dog, man, they were on a honeymoon a little too long.
All right, so I have one of Puss in Boots Spanish translations that I liked.
Oh, okay. That's not mine.
Nah, not that one. The you know when Donkey like kicked him off, and then he like fell, and he got up and brushed himself off. I wanted to see what that translated to, and it literally translates to, "Hey, you piece of meat with legs. How could you do me like that?"
That's what I'm talking about. Keep them jokes in there. Because what's even funnier is they steal the clothes of the older guy, It was too tight on Shrek. The younger guy gets out. They steal his clothes, but they don't let the old guy put his clothes
Get
on.
his clothes back. Like what?
And then for some reason, he puts on the white wig. Like, Shrek, dude, you have thick, wavy locks.
Like, dude, what's going on
Something
here?
else I want to bring up. Something else I want to bring up. Speaking of the thick, wavy locks, is the three barn maidens that were just there being like, I'll be your true love. I'll be your true love. I'll be true.
Enough. It's bonkers,
insane.
dude. All right, that was
I
the
do
last
like
thing
how
I
the
wanted.
ugly stepsister does. The ugly stepsister is the bartender that has all the knowledge. It's like the gritty bartender. It's beautiful.
There was one more thing I wanted to talk about, but I don't think we're going to talk about that. So we're just going to go to our ratings.
Well, I don't know why not. Bring it up. You already
So-
said it. Let's do it.
I wrote down racist implications on Shrek.
Oh, did you think he was an African American fellow and he turned
It said
white?
him seeming to be black, you know, in the swamp equaling the hood with how like Harold was saying it and like putting so much emphasis on how bad that swamp is and
yeah.
everything. It
Oh,
kind of felt to,
100%.
and you know, like it kind of felt to me like there were some racist implications there. I know they were being racist towards him because he's an ogre, but
I have a theory, and I want you to stay with me on this theory.
I'm listening.
Okay, so in the UK, they have kings and queens and stuff. Okay, we're gonna say this is the king and queen of England, and Shrek's from Scotland, which is a more swamp. As it's not swampy, but you get what I'm saying.
Right.
Like it's not as pristine or as England. So when he travels, they're just seeing the Scottish brute in their castle. So it's like that's where I'm thinking the thing is. They definitely made it seem more racial than what I just mentioned, but
Right.
that's just my assumption of it. Because if Shrek turned black, that would have. I think that would have been hilarious.
That
No
would have been
offense.
great. That would have been fantastic, bro. Been like, damn, bro.
Then you really
Fiona,
know why
Fiona like I'm dark.
Doing.
But all right. No, like, all right. Just because you said that, imagine like the ogre. It's like the gorilla, you know, like they're huge, but they got little tiny dicks.
Oh yeah, oh god, that'd be fucking hilarious. He's just over here, just. That's why ogres are always angry.
Yeah, that's why he's mad. Okay. We're gonna wrap this up and hop into the what are you doing?
I was playing paper rock scissors. Leave me alone. We gotta do our ratings.
Of course.
Okay. So you want to go first with the ratings?
I will go first with the ratings. So for entertainment, I gave it a 23 out of 25. I actually found this movie very enjoyable watching it, and it's something that if put on, I will watch it. But like, it's also not something I will actively seek out and watch on the regular. So 23 out of 25 seems fair to me for entertainment purposes. The jokes landed. I liked everything except for her parents, well, her dad at least. Her mom was chill.
Oh yeah, her mom is probably the better of the two parents through the whole series.
Most definitely. But so for the character likability, I give it 23 out of 25. It would have been higher if the dad, Prince Charming, and no, it's basically just the dad and Prince Charming that brought the rating down because everybody else I kind of fuck with, Fairy Godmother has her moments,
fair.
but
Well,
she's
here's
still
the thing.
likable.
I do like Prince Charming. I do like Prince Charming as what he needs to be. But if you're saying just the part with Shrek, pretending to be Shrek, awful. Great idea and concept, terrible execution.
Yeah.
Maybe because of him.
For character development, I give it 23 out of 25.
Man, all these 23s, big dog.
Yeah, it's literally all 23s. Holy fuck, my story is 23 out of 25 too.
Okay, we all know it's all 23s. Just keep running. Tell us why.
For the development, I feel like there was development that we saw, but it kind of didn't stick for the most part.
Fair enough.
And then for the story, I don't know. I enjoyed the story for what it was, but I think in the original video that we did for this, I had brought up that like the forced love kind of bothers me in a way.
Which, yeah, because that's a lot of things that they do in this movie specifically.
Yeah, anything having to do with forced love kind of bothers me because like
Damn, I'm just realizing there's in the 4 movies, there's somebody being forced to do something they don't want to do or they don't desire. So
exactly.
that's kind of crazy.
So that's all I had.
Okay. I can run through mine real quick. I gave my entertainment a 24. I think everything hits for the way it needs to. I do think the dad being pushy and kind of the way he is gets annoying, as well as Fiona just lost in her own thoughts. Like, you forget Fiona's like true character. She kind of regresses in the second movie.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I still like it. 24 out of 25. Character likability, 24 out of 25. The only character I really don't like is, as I said, Harold for a moment, but then he kind of redeems himself slowly as he's starting to slowly realize, like, hey, I can't force my daughter to marry this person just because I want to stay with my wife. I got to do what's best for my children.
Right.
So he does make up in that way. But really, that's him, and then Charming pretending to be Shrek just blows my mind how bad he was.
Right.
It's like a D-list actor saying, like, yeah, I can do an A-list role, goes to do it, and you're like, what am I watching? Is this a spoof movie? Thought it was supposed to be
Bro,
Happy Halloween.
can we bring spoof movies back though? Like, I want my spoof movies back, bro. Want them. If I gotta start making them myself, I will.
Let's do it right in your apartment. That's it.
It's just gonna be us in the apartment, and we're playing every fucking character. I'm down.
It's just gonna cut. It's gonna be like an opera. Wow, soap opera where it's just me, and then it cuts to me in a wig, and then it cuts to you.
Exactly, and then I'm in a wig.
And then you're in my wig playing me.
And I'm in like a really bad bald cap and another one.
And then we're outside walking down the street in normal clothes for some reason.
I'm telling you, I will do it. If that's what it takes to get my spoof movies back, I will make them myself. But I'm sorry, back on track.
Character development, I gave it 22 because Fiona regresses a lot as a character, and it kind of sucks. But yeah, that's just the only reason I feel that way. Every other character kind of fits their role pretty well, and I'm fine with it. And adding Puss in Boots, and Puss in Boots does a great job, in my opinion, as that trio character. He doesn't take away from Donkey, but he also doesn't take away from Shrek.
Mm-hmm.
He's like the perfect third wheel for them. Storyline, I also gave it 22 because yours was forced love. Mine is the fact that if they just talked normally, never would have had an issue.
Right.
Shrek got in his feelings and emotional, and he kind of got like, I'm not good enough for her because she wants to be with this charming fellow, and then realized, wait, I just made a mistake after going missing for a few days.
Bro, and then on top of that, dude, like, you read her diary from when she was like 15, dog.
Oh, no, before that, remember she got locked up between 12 and 14.
Like, when she was this young girl, of course, she's not going to have the same view she had when she was younger, bro. And she chose you. Like,
yeah, she's already an ogre. She can't go back at that point.
Exactly. She chose this lifestyle with you, and you're still like, not good enough.
Yeah, that's crazy. Overall, we both gave it a 92. A minus, just went different routes. The critic score is more where we were at, which is kind of funny. The audience score is crazy.
50.
69.
Damn, nice.
The critics gave it an 89, which is insane to think that the critics were more like, "Hey, that was great, and the audience is like, "Eh." Oh no, hold on. Was this the one where we read the?
I think this was the one where we read some of the audience scores.
And some of the audience comments were like, "I don't like this about it. Why are they making jokes about catnip, that's racist.
Yeah.
Because he's like they were really like, come on, take a joke.
Yeah. The whole time the audience was basically just like,
You
They had
can't
the wrong
keep
audience to
getting
score
away
this.
with it.
but all right, y'all. That has been Shrek 2. We hope you guys enjoy this episode. And what are we doing? Are we giving them the sneak peek into next week?
Let me look at what next week is, and then we'll go to there it is. No,
We're not.
next week here. I'll just give a quick summary. Next week is not going to be a what we did today. We watch something and then tell you how we feel about it. Next week is going to be a nice game for us to play. Going to be short, sweet, and funly executed.
Bet. We're not going to elaborate.
Merry Christmas. Show up next week. It is March.
Be
Have a
here
good
or
day.
be square. You
Keep it
guys have a
animated.
great day. Take it easy. And remember to keep it animated, y'all.
Keep it animated.
Laters.